piano.
There it is. Full-scale panic attack.
That's what you should call the episode.
Yeah.
That's what you call it with Dan.
That's
when
perfect.
you get Dan on, that's when you do that one.
I'm like a half-scale panic attack. I can hide it better than Dan can.
Yeah, right.
Well,
internal.
take deep breaths.
Internal only.
All internal on episode 52.
All internal.
Welcome to Big Words I Know by Heart, a program of rants, raves, faves, pet peeves, personal vendettas, celebrity interviews, and anything else we can fill the half hour with. My guest today is the host of the long-running and wildly popular Monday night stand-up open mic at the Tudor Lounge. He's also the producer of Comedy on the Rocks at Black Button Distilling. There's that plug. Ooh. As well as a former host of Another Damn Podcast, the creator of the Welcome to Lovejoy webisode-based series, and the producer behind about 36 comedy events in and around Buffalo. Possibly more.
You're too nice. You're way too
Producing
complimentary.
Don.
I'm pleased to welcome Don Johnson.
Donnie J.
Joining us in the co-host hot seat is King of the Underground.
Oh, is that what? Yeah.
That's what they're calling you. That's what they are calling you.
Dude, I'll take that.
And
I
host
don't know
of
why, but just want someone to talk about me because I'm very
cool
emotionally
type.
needy.
Mr. Jesse Winterhalter.
Yay!
Gentlemen, thank you.
I get
Check, check. Check one, check
Yeah.
two. I thank you, gentlemen, for being here on the reschedule. Jesse's racing out of here for a paycheck afterwards.
it's a huge one, Dirty Show.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
money, son.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it. So
Yeah.
We're almost getting paid as much.
No glory hole appointments.
Oh, yeah.
Do you make appointments for those? 'Cause that's,
It's 2018.
yeah, I don't know.
You don't
Just
have to
imagine
make an
that.
appointment anymore.
Oh, can you meet me at the Glory Hole? Hold on, let me get my Rolodex.
Let me get out my glory hole scheduler.
Well, let's proceed, shall we?
Yep.
Which one of you is the more relatable and realistic CBS sitcom dad, and what would the premise be? Don first.
I am definitely not a CBS sitcom dad or relatable in
Don't
any
undersell
way.
yourself. No?
No, I'm being just right.
You're being
just right.
Well, you don't have kids. So.
Exactly.
That's
So
true.
In fact, I don't really like them. To be
Yeah,
honest
you're in
with you.
sidekick. He's my neighbor that hates my kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And I'm a sitcom dad because if Charlie Sheen could do it.
Point. Very good point. Very good point. Given a choice, Don, would you prefer to be up on stage producing showcases, podcasting, shooting videos, or shooting heroin between your toes?
I've heard good things about both of those things. I'll stick with the comedy, though, I guess.
You'd rather be up on stage?
Slightly safer. Just a little bit.
You're very good at putting everything together, too, correct?
As far as what? What do you mean putting?
Well, you were working on Comedy on the Rocks for, like, putting all the moving pieces together and logistics and organizing and
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems natural to me. It's just show up.
Yeah,
and,
you're good at that stuff. Which I
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Jesse,
Like
you were telling me
organizing.
before the
I don't know
show
what
that
the fuck's going on.
love the marketing aspect of the business.
Yeah, I have such a talent for it that nobody knows who the fuck I am or what I do. That's how it's an amazing thing I do. Where
Well, me, all I've ever done is just applied my day job to the comedy because I work in like marketing and I'm very detail oriented, so I just applied it to what I like to do. So
I don't think heroin and comedy have to be two separate things. I think that can all come together.
Right.
I think heroin would make comedy a lot easier.
oh yeah, it has.
I mean, I've
for
been
me.
on stage on a lot of different drugs, and it's mostly good.
Oh yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Shrooms?
Yeah. Well,
Really?
my acid.
yeah.
Acid? Christ.
I've done the shrooms. That
It's on the shrooms, yeah.
was my favorite. It was fun.
Couldn't even handle Avatar on THC. As far as Comedy on the Rocks,
Right.
are there lucrative endorsement deals, merchandising tie-ins, and do you get points on the back end?
No, we get 2 free drinks.
Woo! And cock rings.
There we go.
Black Button Distillery, ha ha ha, cock rings.
Yep.
Does anyone know how to use one of those, by the way? It just looks like it would hurt.
No,
Or
I've seen many a
They're
gas.
just always too big or too small.
I've always stood right at the gas station machine where it sells the condoms or the cock rings, and just like I'm not that guy.
Yeah, what
I'm
do you
not,
do with that?
I'm not doing it.
Do you have to be super hard to put it on?
No,
or
I
do you work your way
see.
up
That
to
seems
it?
like you can't. It seems like you got to put it on flaccidly.
Yeah, it's
and then,
very painful.
And at some point, it strangles you. It's probably kind of like anal.
Yeah.
That same process. You know, it's just there's just one little part where it's too tight. The rest is fine, but there's just a circle where it really hurts for some reason.
Exactly.
This is a kids show, right?
I equate anal with Indian food. Like, I've had it. I know what it is. And I'm not in a
I
hurry
think
to
that's
have it
the
again.
last time you'd ever want anal is after Indian food.
Exactly. You
That
don't
seems, yeah.
fucking curry ass.
Yeah, just
No.
peanut sauce or whatever.
And are you really a pizza aficionado? Like,
yeah.
you seem very passionate about it.
I love a good pizza. Well, I love a good slice of pizza, as every upstanding American should. But I get very passionate about when it sucks, and I'm gonna name drop Just Pizza as the worst pizza in Buffalo.
Dude, and John
They're
Rock
hyped.
is so
They're all
mad at you
hyped.
right now.
Oh, they're terrible.
right.
Their customer service is dog shit. It's horrible.
Yeah, we want to be getting any more sponsorships from Just for Pizza or Just Pizza. Or,
No.
So I don't even know.
So much for them.
Don, you
Well,
use
that's
pizza as like a catch-all for like anybody says anything you don't want to fucking deal with. He just throws a slice of pizza. It's like pizza.
The pizza mode, yeah. Whenever you see like somebody posting like this long-winded, dramatic, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me, I'm getting thrown out of my house, blah 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 blah, and I just slice of pizza as an emoji. Just like
Yeah.
I don't. If anything, it's because I want to see the comments. I want notifications from the
And it's
comments,
not a
but I don't.
Pizzagate reference or anything?
No,
No, something different.
No, basically, if you see a pizza emoji, that means I'm mildly disinterested in what this is all about, but I still want to check
Like,
in.
yeah,
on it
there's
later.
like chicks that are sitting. I'm like, you're gonna raise this child, and it's just like pizza.
Just start using it in real life. If someone comes up to me and I don't want to talk to them, just hand them a slice of pizza.
That would work in most things too.
Yeah, exactly.
That would work.
Like, oh,
That would-
thanks. You
Would
just
work
walk
for
away.
me.
Pizza would make me go away.
Yeah.
Here, go eat this, and I'll be over there.
Yeah.
I'll leave.
Here is your topical setup, too.
Oh boy.
Between you and me, should I still include Chris Collins in my Magic the Gathering tabletop battles?
That's still a thing. That's magic is.
No, it's never been a thing. Let's put the two together, maybe.
Then yeah, you should make it a thing because it sounds ridiculous.
Well, the thing is,
absolutely.
Chris Collins has had a way to find out what your cards already were before it was time for him to find. See how I did that?
Before they came out
yeah.
of the packaging, you
Ins-
ran with it.
Yeah, insider trading. He applies that skill to all things, and there's a dead horse somewhere too. He's a politician. That's
Oh, yeah.
almost a given.
Dead whore and a dead horse? Just the dead whore.
Just a dead whore. I mean, I don't know how Magic the Gathering people do it. Maybe they do the dead horse. I don't know. You know, I'm not that judgmental if that's what you gotta. I mean, I'm into serial killers and shit. Like if that's what you got to do to get on with your day, you know.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
decapitated horse, or that's what gets you going. Just get your cock ring and, dude, this is just lucrative tie-ins
we keep
throughout the show.
circling to the cock ring.
Yeah.
Keep
You're gonna
coming
get-
back to that cock
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah, well, you lost Just Pizza as a sponsor, but you'll get that cock ring
Get the
endorsement.
cock- yeah. Magic
So it'll
Gathering cock
all
rings.
make it'll all make up for
It'll
it.
balance out.
Yeah, you'll
Use
get Magic
best
the
with dead
Gathering
horse.
cards about cock rings. You'll
I like it.
whole stack of them.
Is Lovejoy largely responsible for the over-market value housing boom going on in Buffalo right now?
They're responsible for so many things, mostly depression.
You have deep roots in Lovejoy. You really identify with it.
I've lived there for 2.5 years. That's about it. It's silly. It's a silly little neighborhood for some reason. It's just kind of like on the outskirts of Buffalo, but it's more Buffalo than any other fucking city. It's just so weird. It really is.
Do you think the gentrification that's going on with BlackRock will sweep over to Lovejoy? No?
At the risk of burning a shitty joke I've been doing, it's been showing up. Like there's those free take a book, leave a book things start showing up in our neighborhood. It's bad. It's if you see that in a neighborhood like Lovejoy, just move.
Yeah, it's just every book
It's-
by Ted Nugent.
It's not gonna go right. Yeah. You're just cat scratch fever. What? This is terrible.
I didn't know, too, that you were a first edition collector until digging into the research. Do you have a pretty admirable book collection?
Yeah. I got anywhere between like 50 to 100 different first editions.
Yeah, I got a lot of those too.
Yeah.
Thrift store finds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thrift books. That's my jam, man. Totally.
We're fellow Clive Barker fans.
Ooh,
I think he's a little bit more cerebral than Stephen King. Like,
Yes.
he hits you where it hurts.
Yes, exactly.
think.
Yeah, they're different animals. Stephen King's good because he gives you real people. The people seem real. That's what I mean. I think so many of his stories are completely fucking ridiculous, but you're invested in the characters. They
Right.
feel real to you, so you'll just, okay, it's a ironing press machine that kills everybody. But like I know that guy's going through a divorce, and I really feel his fucking plight or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Then he
A
gets
lot of
eaten.
relatability.
It was called The Mangler. I didn't make that up.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Was that one of the short story
It was a short
collections?
story called The Mangler,
Yeah.
and it was like a laundry press that killed people, and it like came to his house,
Yeah.
which is
They even made a movie out of it that was terrible. I
Did
think
they?
Robert Englund played the guy. Yeah. It just looked like Freddy without the glove getting mangled.
That's
It was
got to
terrible.
be a thing of like ego, where you just like you get so used to sell so many books, you're like laundry press machine.
Exactly.
There was that movie Dreamcatchers where the aliens went in and out of their assholes. Just like went flying through the snow and then just. And
he's just punking.
yeah,
everyone.
sometimes
He really
and then he'll write
making
something
shit
really
up.
great, but then he's just like,
Yeah.
I do what the. I'm Stephen King.
I wish he could tie up a story without blowing up the whole town. Every single book.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
God.
yeah, it's aliens. That's just like
Tommy
every
Knockers.
superhero movie, though. If you see a city in the beginning of a superhero movie, it's fucked. It's
Oh,
done.
Yeah.
It's rubble.
It's a
Lovejoy
sandbox,
afterwards.
basically. It's Lovejoy. Yeah.
My goodness.
Just dead aliens and free book boxes at the end of every street.
Just dead monsters and incest.
Wow. Wow.
It's some necrophilia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're
Well,
they're
yeah.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
In Lovejoy? Necrophilia?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't leave
I don't know
the
what
house
that would
after
do to your
dark.
curbside value. It might not be a good thing for.
No,
Probably
it's
not necessarily.
Absolutely not.
Moving away from the necrophilia,
Oh, that's what you think. All right. Anyway.
are the two of you beaming with professional pride and admiration for Rick Matthews' comedy album?
Fucking
taping?
A right, dude.
Absolutely.
I'm so stoked about
Absolutely.
This is like a 10-parter.
it. Okay.
Will it be released as an actual vinyl album, multicolored thumb drive, or limited edition 8-track?
Thumb drive.
And will Don be selling EPs for his experimental punk band with name to be determined out of a hatchback?
Don has to get a car first. Are you legal to drive yet, Don?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Don got me
absolutely.
arrested.
For
Almost.
what?
I almost got myself arrested.
Yeah. Well, they found my weed.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah. Me and Jesse have shared a few interesting stories. But yeah,
Run-ins?
Run-ins. We were on our way to Magruder's
To a gig in South Towns, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wasn't driving erratically or anything.
No,
but
that
for
was-
whatever reason,
they-
the cop pulled me over.
Yeah.
In
And
Lancaster?
I had just lit a blunt, too. And when the fucking sirens went on, I thought he was going to go around, and we didn't went around. I just fucking ate it.
Yeah. I looked over. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're a monster.
Yeah.
He just ate a lit blunt. Well, he pulled us up. It
But-
was like right down the street from my house. It was on Broadway. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
And cop pulled us over, and apparently, like, my license was suspended because there was a lapse in insurance. I didn't know about any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm sitting in the back of the cop car, and I see Jesse on the sidewalk, just standing there looking at me like, well, this is
Yeah, and he's
good
searching the
evening.
car, and I know there's weed in my backpack. And the motherfucker does everything else first, and the last thing he does is take my jar of weed and set it on top of the car. Like he fucking knew. He built
Oh my
suspense.
gosh.
He was
was
like
tearing
tension.
that car
He
apart.
tension released.
Oh.
I saw him pulling all my set lists out and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh fuck! If he reads any of those set lists, I'm going to jail just for what's written on those fucking things.
They're all manifestos. That's all.
That was what I had my notebook that I write in it'll have like the thing like this belongs to whatever, and I always write this is not a manifesto. It's just a bunch of stupid jokes. I write it in the front of it because I don't want to. But yeah, anyway.
Oh yeah, and
was that on the way to the show? Or
was on the
from
way to
on
the
the way
gig.
to the show, and the guy, of course, asked like, "Oh, where are you guys in a hurry to?" And I was like, "Well, I wasn't speeding, but we're on the way to a comedy show." He's like, "Oh, you got tickets?" And I'm like, "Well, no, we're on the show." He's like, oh, you're comedians. And his whole demeanor
His whole thing just changed.
completely changed. He was like, oh, really? Oh, you're not going to put us in your act, are you? And this and that. And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, he let jar of weed. He let you go.
So he made me dump my weed out.
Yeah.
Don, who's got he's driving with a suspended license, so he's already arrested. I've got weed, should be arrested. He's already searched me and everything
guys
like
should have
that.
been impounded
And we should have been
prison.
fucked.
Yeah, they
and
should
then
have took
told
my
him,
car and put probably both of us in
all
jail.
of a sudden he lets Don go. He tells me to drive. The guy with the weed.
Yeah.
He tells me to drive. It says, all right, guys, get out of here. He goes, just don't put me in your act.
Yeah.
And of course I opened with it.
I think that may have been one of Joel
The first thing I
Osteen's
talked
guardian
to
angels looking out
Maybe
for you.
so. Dude, I'm telling you, my loyalty's going to get me somewhere. That man is a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Please to complete the sentence. A full notebook is the sign of...
A need for another notebook.
Nice. That just came naturally.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. Jesse?
A lifetime of poor decisions, but you can call it what you want.
Mr. Johnson?
See, I try to be positive about
Yeah,
it.
You're very positive.
Yeah.
Now I can
He's like,
see
no.
the difference between you
That's
two.
the dynamic.
Yeah.
Balance
That's
each
the
other
dynamic.
out, yeah.
Dark perfectionist. Positive perfectionist.
I wouldn't go that far.
No? You're you're a booster for the whole scene, Don. I see
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I try. It's just, it's fun. It's something that makes me happy. And,
Yeah,
I met a lot of good people through it. So,
We all try to use our other skill sets to kind of help out. Like Don's got the internet stuff.
Yeah.
Anything about sound or music, I do.
Every mic or every show that Jesse's at, the sound is always perfect because he just won't allow it to sound like garbage at
So
all.
like we all in, and like I don't know shit about. He's so good at like making things for the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
That so we like trade off,
Yeah.
The memes and such.
What's
Do you
that?
do memes? No memes?
I don't really do memes. In my opinion, are just it's a wasted joke, basically.
Right.
Because like
I can see that.
I've seen so many memes on the internet, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. Like that could have been somebody's good joke, but now it's just some dog
It's
shit
just
meme
out
that's
there.
being shared around.
Yeah,
No one
and
gets credit for it.
Everyone shares it. Nobody knows who said
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want credit for every goddamn thing that comes out of our mouth. God,
Every stupid,
every
half-baked
stupid fucking
wit.
thing.
Yeah.
Jesse and I were talking before the show too. Like, how many open mics do you have to host before you think you're considered clinically insane?
2.
2? You guys have been doing it for a while.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
A long while.
I think it starts if you're an audience member at your first open mic. You're already you're insane.
Wait, you're here on purpose? Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you poll the audience, you're like, "Oh, did you here for comedy?" And they're like, "Yes." And you're like, "Ah,
Oh boy.
you're fucked."
Buckle up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Call your dad, honey.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Is this?
Can either of you confirm or deny that Daniel McArdle is stepping down from the Rust Belt Comedy Showcase due to early onset of male lactation?
Oh, he wishes, because that would bolster his nipple bit.
Exactly.
He doesn't care. He just wants his bits to be fucking.
If anything, he wouldn't quit if that was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That would be his closer. Every night.
He'd just Gallagher out them titties.
Yeah.
Everybody would wear a raincoat in the front row.
I like that visual too. Don.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he'd absolutely use it
Gatling
too.
gunning the audience.
Yeah.
I feel bad that he's stepping down. It's only been a year.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very cool, interesting to have Liz though.
Oh yeah, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what Liz has in store for sure.
So like
changing of the
all
guard.
the it's just been like all of us that host the mics are just mostly fucking miserable,
Right. Yeah.
angry, miserable dudes, and to have this like very positive female, like it's just so different. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's really nice. I'm looking forward to it. And
Yeah.
then and now Dan can give me rights to helium. So
It works out for everybody.
yeah, it
It's
works
fun.
out for me. I mean everybody.
Yeah.
When's she taking over?
Next
Soonish?
week we are
Next week?
burying Dan.
Yeah.
We are laying him to rest, and I'm eulogizing him actually.
Awesome.
That's gonna be fun.
You did that for Netzel too. Right?
Yeah. It was
Good one.
That's what I do now. I'm
your
just
thing
gonna
that
go
you
ahead
do?
and bank Liz's ahead of time,
Oh yeah. Just write it now.
and mine for Milky's eventually.
Now, Don, what is your response to the allegations that you're sleeping with the events photographer for the Buffalo News?
That's a good fucking question. Yeah.
I don't know. There's got to be something that I'm unaware of, because every time I go to any event that the Buffalo News is at, they come up to me and immediately take photos, which is really weird because I'm not a photogenic person.
Sex appeal, that's what I'm going
Yeah.
Big love.
Sexy ass Dawn.
Big love.
They
Maybe it's a
immediately
right place, right time thing.
The guy must be looking for me. Like, where's that gross motherfucker that I saw last
Dude,
time?
this is Buffalo. We may be fat, but we're sevens here. This is a fat town, man. This is a good place to be
guys.
fat. If you're going to be fat, we fucking fit right in,
see
baby.
guys our size and like, oh, they
Like,
must
ooh.
be able to afford a lot.
I was
going to
say, oh, he's taking me to Duff's. Whatever the fuck, I don't know.
I feel like Jesse would cuddle me. He seems like a cuddler.
That could be, but that's after I pulled your hair a lot when we were fucking. So I'm
none of that
I'm a
left.
guy of balances. I can find a way. Dig right in your scalp. I like things a certain way. Your baldness isn't going to get in the way.
Jesus. Okay. True or false? This is a two-parter. When you move to New York City, they hand you an HBO comedy special and a sketch comedy series with Comedy Central.
Absolutely false.
Just handing them out, right?
No.
I don't know who they is, but that's what they're doing. No.
I got to get they's number then, I guess.
Yeah. So they is who I've got. Dick, I got to suck when I get to New York.
Right. Oh, yeah.
That's
Exactly.
fine. I mean,
And on that topic, is there a Clayton Williams-sized hole in your hearts and the Buffalo scene?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's definitely going to get some getting used to. It's going to be a little weird, but
yeah, he was one of the guys that was already good when I started. So those
Same.
are the guys that I'll always see as like above me. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
him
you
and
subconsciously
Rick and
wanted to like
Potter
impress
and-
them. Every time like you were doing a
Sean
set and
Murphy.
they're in the room, you're like,
Yeah,
If he
yeah,
laughed,
good
you're like,
guys.
I got
Yeah.
something,
How's
For
Good
sure.
Bar doing, too?
Great.
It's great.
I
Yeah.
was great last week.
Yeah, Bennett's doing great.
Bennett's lovely, man. Good dude.
And now, thanks to you, Jesse, this question does not feel so dark.
Yes.
First, the Holocaust, then 9/11. Where were you when you first heard about Zac Efron's new hairdo?
This is right on
It's
my
a
alley.
newsworthy piece.
I was sitting in front of you at a podcast.
Yeah? You just heard about it right now?
Right now.
It was a news piece last week. I
Dude,
can't believe.
I don't
But
read the news. I'm depressed enough.
You know what
Gives a
his
shit.
haircut is? You know what his haircut is?
Yeah.
Because he played Ted Bundy in a movie that they're just finishing up. It's his Ted Bundy haircut.
So, of course, you're
So
all
I'm
over that.
fucking all about it. Zac Efron's my man now. I like the fucking.
You think he's
I
going
like
to carry that?
I like. Hey, that pussy Disney dude did a great job as Def Dahmer.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
Dude, my stepdaughter used to have a crush on him when he was doing those like Disney, like go back in time as a surfer to the 50s. And
What was his
now,
show?
he's-
I don't
now
even-
he's Dahmer.
his yeah, and then he did a fucking great job as teenage Dahmer.
That was
really good.
unsettling in a way that I would never like. It really was very deeply disturbing.
It's emotional, and it's like a story about a guy that kind of just fell through the cracks of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was missed. There were all the
There-
ingredients there to make a
So
sociopath.
many people were just like, I do not want to deal with that. There's something wrong with this dude, but I'm gonna just
steering away
I'm
from
just
it.
gonna look the other way, and he was allowed to just tumble.
Yeah. Well, society was just not able or capable to deal with that. So
Yeah.
they're just like, that's going to be a thing to deal with later, but
Let
not
somebody
now.
else handle it.
Yeah, I just want to be far away when they discover the bodies, you know.
And here is the My Friend Dahmer question. My friend Dahmer and my cousin Vinny, compare and contrast.
Joe Pesci never ate someone's barrel-aged cock.
Okay.
It's a start, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
trying
you
to
can
think of the
lead
part.
off
You can put on
I'm trying
a
to think of the
resume.
part where Ralph Macchio made a fucking altar out of human skulls, and I just can't place it. So
It was
I'm
in the
gonna-
director's cut.
Oh, hey, look, the Karate Kid just ate a 14-year-old hairless Taiwanese boy. Wax on, wax off. Skin on,
Yes.
skin off.
Yes. Another damn podcast. If you had to throw one co-host under the bus for discontinuing the show, would it be Kevin or John?
Can I throw myself under it just due to lack of laziness? Yeah, absolutely.
You just sort of trailed off with it?
Yeah, I just at that time I just was trying to take on way too much, and I think the podcast was the thing I liked the least, so I just kind of like let it go.
You can always reprise it.
Right. Oh yeah. I actually have I have plans in the work to bring out another podcast pretty soon. Not another podcast, but
Something different.
something different. Correct.
A different podcast.
Yeah, a different podcast.
Here's a funny story about that podcast. Was the last episode I think was Darnell was going to have Paul Mooney come do a set.
That's honestly.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And Paul Mooney was supposed to call in and talk to us on the podcast, and so we did a podcast, and I sat in as producer, and we waited for Paul Mooney to call, and he never did. And I thought,
While recording?
yeah, because he was supposed to call in and talk to the.
I have Paul Mooney's number in my cell phone.
Yeah, and he
now.
never did. And I thought that every week they should just say, the podcast should have been called Waiting for Paul Mooney, and every week they should have said, "Hey, we're waiting for Paul Mooney," and then don't say anything else about it, and just have a normal podcast. But then at the end, go, "Oh, I guess he didn't call. We'll try again next week."
Yeah,
well, I thought that would have been so fucking funny.
I think that was officially the last episode.
That was the last episode. Yeah,
He jumped the shark, so it's Paul Mooney's fault.
Well, if you can fault him, I don't think he knows what's going on.
He's
here.
mentally gone. Like whoever his handler is, or someone
his
his
brothers,
manager,
I think, his cousins.
they're taking advantage of him too, from the way I understand it.
Pimping him out, sounds like.
Yeah.
Did somebody reach out and apologize, or were there emails?
Oh, Darnell was so
mad as hell
apologetic.
because then he stood up Darnell, and Darnell had to refund like all the tickets and shit. So,
but initially Darnell was like super apologetic, and I was like, "Hey,
yeah,
man,
it wasn't on him.
I was like,
It
"Don't
wasn't
worry
on
about it,
Darnell.
dude. I just hope he goes to your show." And
Yeah.
Right.
little did I know that was not. Gonna happen. That was never gonna happen.
That was shitty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the spin on the new show? What do you got cooking?
It's going to be called Bourbon Legends, and it's going to it's going to be very. It's not anything unique, but it's just something I want to do. It's just going to be about urban legends, but there's going to be a lot of bourbon around the table.
That's a good hook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jesse's definitely got to be involved because that's his wheelhouse. But, yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, Kevin and John are most likely going to be involved.
Launching on the iTunes?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, there's no Project Funny Face anymore to put it on, but yeah, we're gonna like Spotify and all that jazz. So
That's funny. I don't even know. I heard a bunch of different stuff on Project Funny Face. I don't even know where it would
Where did it
exist
go?
anymore.
Like,
Yeah.
is it on a?
it's still somewhere. I think Netzel
I did a
has
few
it.
episodes of that podcast I did by myself. That was really uncomfortable to make it so much work.
Yeah.
Because I used to do all the skits and fucking.
And you
shit.
would overdo them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. It would. It's so hard to be at 2:00 in the morning getting back from a mic. This was when I was early on in comedy, and I used to just be hammered because I used to be nervous. I'm not anymore.
Whispering at 3 in the morning,
and just
talking about how much you hated your
staring
family.
at the wall. I don't hate my family.
Or hated yourself.
Yeah. I mean, families can be awful, but I don't hate actually, see, that's the thing it's a misnomer about me is that because I like to be out, and it's like people always think I'm trying to get away. No, I'm like, I like my family. They can come with me. I get claustrophobic sitting around the house. So it has nothing to do with them. I got to get the fuck out. I got to be out doing shit, or I get claustrophobic. But I'm like, no, they can come with me if I'm going to. It's not against them. They're cool. I like them. I love my kids. Wife's cool.
You just got to keep busy.
I can't just sit around the house too long and get nuts.
With Rick too, is that like a record deal? Is he shopping it around?
I'm not sure. Helium's probably doing it, and then he could shop it around or whatever. But it's going to be great.
That's going to be awesome.
He's fantastic. He's really funny and a good dude.
And you're going in the pitch meetings for that, right? You too?
Yeah. I mean, I have almost no reach or pull whatsoever, but I've been plugging in as hard as I can.
I know a guy who can do the cover design.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I already
nailed that.
I don't know. I'm not so good with like album cover type design.
Well, you would
things
be
or
if you
whatever.
did it. You're just not doing it.
Yeah. Well, I actually
do a fine job.
I actually threw him a couple ideas or whatever, but I didn't even like how they came out, so I was just like, whatever.
And this question sucks, but it's topical as well. Go to 4-star draft picks for food stands at the Erie County Fair. Anyone? Everybody's got the one spot they go to.
Say again.
What's your pick for food at the Erie County Fair? Everybody's got like one. They're like, I go to this guy, and they like I like the gyro.
It's been years since I've been, but
I'm
Really?
a funnel cake dude.
Funnel cake.
I'm a funnel cake dude. Man.
if not funnel cake, I'm a bloomin' onion dude.
Bloomin' onion, yeah.
Shit
That's
out
the
of
last
bloomin'
time I
onion.
had one
Yeah.
was
Oh.
at the Erie County Fair.
The best. The absolute
Yeah,
best.
yeah, just 700,000 calories.
Yeah.
It's just greasy. Your
Can
face
we
is
get
wet.
one in here right
Yeah.
now? Is
I
that
kind of want one.
This